nothing in this world I love quite as much as a pointless conspiracy theory. So today we're on the subreddit r/LowStakesConspiracies, having a look at some ultimately pointless conspiracy theories. James Cameron's Avatar is a money laundering operation. Supposedly Avatar is the highest grossing movie ever. Supposedly Avatar: The Way of the Water is the third highest grossing movie ever. Really? I'm just gonna look this up. Fucking hell, it is as well. What? There's no way Avatar 2 is the third highest grossing movie ever made. That's insane. What? I mean, I did go to see it. I didn't know it was that hyped. Doesn't this sound utterly absurd? Think of the cultural impact of any high-selling popular work of fiction: Skyrim, One Piece, Star Wars, Avengers, Harry Potter, Dragon Ball, Call of Duty, The Dark Knight, Invincible. You know the examples, and that's the problem with Avatar. Where's the memes? Where's the quotes? Where's the cultural touchstone references that everyone understands? That's a very good point. It's a point people have been making for a while, I think. Where's the cringe references at protests and in every political discussion online? Okay, this goes on for fucking ages. But I don't know, a lot of the time when, because you look at like the Fast and Furious movies, and all of those made like $1 billion, $2 billion, and it's like, who the fuck is going to watch Fast and Furious 17? And the answer is a lot of people in like China and East Asia love sort of films like this. So that is probably where a lot of the money could be coming from. Do I think it's a money laundering operation? No, I just think it's like one of those weird things that's like kind of popular, but not really. It's like something that everyone has gone to see, but no one really cares about. It's one of those weird things. I don't think it's a money laundering operation. It is just a weird phenomenon, though, that like no one really, like, you watch the Avatar films once and never again. But I went to see Avatar: Way of the Water in the cinema. I can't fucking remember a single thing that, I think there was a whale in it. I can't remember a single thing that happened in that movie. Dubai chocolate is a psyop. I've yet to try it or hear anyone that's tried it say anything good about it. Yet every brand and shop is jumping on this weird pistachio doo-doo squirt looking chocolate. Yeah, I think in a video a few months ago we looked at a conspiracy theory that Dubai chocolate is like a psyop to distract people from you know, some of the alleged activities that go on in Dubai with influencers. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to give you any further details. But I don't think that's true, and I don't think this is true. I think it's just like it's like one of those weird TikTok trends that, like, I don't know. Dubai chocolate is like the Avatar of confectionery, isn't it? So no, I don't think it's a psyop. I just think it's like, I think it's basically just people that do their shopping on TikTok Shop that love it. r/British Problems is mostly populated by Americans pretending to be British. Half of the posts there are, "Oh, crumpets, my lovely cup has gone bastard cold. How horrendous for such a British one as I," or, "Oh, grumble me terribly." I'm going to start using that one. Grumble me terribly. There's a fellow being stabbed across the street, but I'm too stiff upper lip to intervene anyway. Fuck you. Right, I'm going to have a look at the British Problem site. I've never actually been on it. From what I can see, a lot of them don't really seem to be. It's a lot of stuff about cost of living and like you're better off making 12k a year from home rather than 80k a year commuting into London and leaving 2 kids in nursery. A lot of these seem like an American would not do. An American would not post this. I don't doubt that there are Americans probably pretending to be British on this, but I feel as though the majority of the people on British Problems are British. So I don't believe this theory. UK government age verification and VPN bans. The UK government, in response to people using VPNs to avoid providing ID data to verify they are over 18, was to ban VPNs as a bypass method. They scrapped that idea in the end, though, didn't they? However, most people using VPNs to bypass are over 18 and wishing to avoid providing ID or face scans for privacy. That's basically why I use it. Like, I have, like, for Reddit, I have to use, like, for like these videos. I mean, I'm not using it for this one, but a lot of basically anything tagged as not safe for work, even if it isn't not safe for work, a lot of the time people tag posts as not safe for work. You just don't see them on like British internet, so I have to use a VPN to get into to be able to actually see things properly. I'm not using it for porn. All right, if that's what you're thinking, I swear, I promise. The government isn't considering a ban on VPNs for further protections, but instead to prevent online data and traffic from being encrypted and hidden. They instead wish for everyone to link their personal identity to their online presence so they can track and stalk citizens. Exactly. This is exactly it. Banning VPN seems like a far jump and is specifically only raised after the age verification issue. It was never about safety, but instead about monitoring. 100%. And I'm having people Like, I think I mentioned it in a video quite recently, and I had a few comments being like, you're on the side of the pedo. It's just like, you have just fallen for propaganda. You have just fallen for the most obvious propaganda ever. It was never, the Online Safety Act was never about protecting children. If the government gave a shit about that, they stopped handing out suspended sentences to nonces and put them in prison. Bit of a hot take from me there. Oof. But it's quite transparent that the Online Safety Act was never about protecting children. It's just kind of like the, it's just like a thing thing they're using to try and get people to get on board with it. There's another Online Safety Act theory. The UK government Online Safety Act is set up to stop illegal streams. I don't think so. Illegal football streams, I'm guessing you mean by this. So the UK has rolled out their Online Safety Act, which requires anyone wanting to access pornographic content to submit details such as a passport or birth certificate. Naturally, this immediately led to a huge increase in VPN subscriptions. However, I believe that the UK want people to get VPNs and prove that this circumvents the law. This will allow them to criminalize and ban the use of VPNs. I don't think so, because they spoke about it for a little bit and then went, actually, nah. Because a lot of people's jobs rely on VPNs, like a lot of journalists and stuff. They require VPNs to do their jobs properly. I don't think VPNs are going to get banned. Like, I mean, this could age horribly in about a year when they, if they ban them, but I don't think they will be banned. Once VPNs are banned, they will more effectively be able to track down illegal streamers and prosecute them. Yeah, they will. But I just don't see that. Like, it's like one of those things that's like pretty unenforceable. Like, how are you going to enforce a ban on VPNs? Like, something that is designed to make someone untrackable. The film Yesterday is actually an Ed Sheeran biopic. I watched that the other day, actually, yesterday. I heard a lot of shit. I heard a lot of people being like, oh, shit, because of this, and this. Like, there's so many holes in the plot. I don't care. I've started watching films in a way that's just like, okay, I'm going to go into this and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to nitpick. I'm not going to pick it apart. I'm just going to go into it and enjoy it. And it was fine, right? I wouldn't say Yesterday is an especially good film, but it was fine, and I enjoyed the hour and a half or however long it was. If you don't know what Yesterday is, it's a film about a guy who gets in like a car crash and is kind of transported to an alternate dimension where the Beatles don't exist. So he just basically plagiarizes all their songs and gets really popular. In the film, the protagonist wakes from a coma to find out he's the only person who remembers the Beatles, and subsequently goes on to cover their songs, making him super famous. Yeah, as I just said. This would explain how Ed Sheeran has written so many consecutive big hits by himself. He's actually stolen them from a band that were erased from history. Ed himself stars in the film in order to ensure he could be on set and make the film true to life without raising suspicions. I don't think that's true. That's such a fucking funny theory, though. That's I just love the idea of that. It would make sense, but it's just, I mean, it doesn't. It's a film. Tinder is purposely rage baiting men. I saw recently that Tinder is adding a height requirement. I don't think a height requirement is, I mean, I haven't used dating apps in fucking years. And thank God I don't. It's just like, oh, it's just mundane conversation after mundane conversation after mundane conversation. Oh, what are you up to this weekend? Oh, what do you do for work? Oh, it's just, oh. No. It's like the same sort of chat whenever someone comes up and talks to you in a pub. It's just like, oh, mate, I don't want to be talking to you. Like, I'm sorry. Or maybe I'm just like really antisocial, but like if I'm at the pub with like my mate, it's just like I know someone comes along and tries to talk to us. It's just like, mate, I don't want to talk to you, because it's just going to be the same conversation I have with any stranger. Oh, what do you do for work? Oh, how long have you lived here for? Oh, Anyway, sorry, tangent. With 84% of users being male, I doubt there was much demand for this. Sorry, 84% of Tinder users are male? Are you joking? No fucking way. Percentage of Tinder users are male. No fucking way. What? It's a sausage party with figures ranging from around 75% to over 85% in some Western countries. You are fucking joking me. You are joking. In general, it is lacking in female users. I doubt many are meeting people from Tinder. Yeah, but maybe they add that to try and get the female users in. I don't know. I believe they make most of their money from men, particularly incel manosphere type men, making accounts to validate their views by adding this height requirement. I don't think so. I think that's a stretch. It's just another way to rage bait them. I predict Tinder experiments with horrible profiles with the height set as 6'4" and nice profiles with the height set as 5'5". I mean, that will happen, but I don't think Tinder is doing it to rage bait incels. I don't think I've used this for the last couple. Sorry about that. I forget it's there. ChatGPT keeps telling people to end relationships because it's been trained on relationship advice subreddits. Reddit is notorious for encouraging breakups. I've learned that from it. You know, I've never, ever gone to ChatGPT for relationship advice, but I believe that. Like, you go on any like subreddit which is for like relationship advice and just read the comments. Like, it could be like a guy has done something like really small that's easily solvable and they've been in a relationship for like 10 years and everyone on the subreddit is like, no, you deserve better, you gotta break up with him, So I do believe that one. Americans don't actually believe it when they say they are Irish. They just say it because they know it annoys Irish people. America, like, if you just go like, oh yeah, I'm full American, that's well boring. That is well boring. It's more fun to sort of say, oh, I'm 165 Irish. My people come from Wexford County. No, I don't think so. This is a hate crime. What the fuck is this? Oh, so it's an Asda all-day breakfast. Chopped, fried, boiled eggs, pork sausage. This is a paste. This is an all-day breakfast paste. I think it's just, I don't think that's real. I think that's rage bait. I've never seen, I feel as though someone would have sent me this by now. Domino's tracking system isn't real. Changed my mind. I thought this was already proven to be like a bullshit thing. I think it was all, I found out the other day the Deliveroo one's bullshit. The Deliveroo one's fucking bullshit because like I just ordered a Chinese and it was taking a while. Like it said it had been out for delivery for like 20 minutes. So I called up the restaurant and they were just like, oh yeah, no, that's, maybe it was because it wasn't like one of those ones that had like actual Deliveroo drivers. They used their own drivers. Maybe it was just that. But still, man, I've been attaching so much happiness to the Deliveroo tracker. But yeah, the Domino's one isn't real. It always says preparing your order for 20 minutes, jumps to quality check for 1 second, and then suddenly it's on its way. I reckon the whole thing's a placebo to keep us calm while they wing it behind the scenes. Has anyone ever seen a real person actually quality checking your pizza? It's definitely a placebo. Like, it's 100% a placebo, but it works. Because, like, I think it improves the experience. I mean, even though it's bullshit, it improves the delivery experience, because like before it was like you phone up a place and they'd be like, oh yeah, it'll be there in about 30 minutes, and then it'd get to 40 or 45 minutes, you'd be like, where is my fucking food? Have they forgotten about it? So I think it is a good thing, even though it is bullshit. Coca-Cola in 250 milliliter cans is a different product to Coca-Cola in 330 milliliter cans. I don't think so. I've long thought the 250 milliliter cans seemed less sweet. Recently, a friend and I did a blind taste test while bored at work. Between us, over a course of 10 trials, we were able to tell if the Coke in the glass came out of a 250 milliliter or 330 milliliter can. 9 out of 10 tries. Small sample size, you say? Take your science elsewhere. Okay, right. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, look, I would say that Coke in glass bottles and in plastic bottles is different, but I think it's just the way it reacts with the materials. With this, maybe they use a different type of like metal for the can. I don't think it's a different product. I think it's just maybe a different material, or maybe like the size it's been kept. Like, little things can alter tastes in things. Maybe it's like the small size of it makes it taste a bit different. I don't think it's a different product though. I think that would just be like, that would be wholly pointless, making two slightly different products. CEOs want people back to the office so they can cheat. The Coldplay saga. Ever wondered why CEOs are so adamant to get everyone back in the office? Productivity. It's not because they want to cheat. It's because it is because of productivity. Office space costs a lot more. Yeah, but you get a lot more out of it, I think. Based off what I've seen, you get a lot more out of it. I mean, for me, it's pointless, like running my mega YouTube empire. It'd be pointless like kind of getting everyone into an office. Well, for what I'm doing right now, at least. For a lot of people, it works really well. But no, you get a lot more out of people when you have an office space. And yeah, office space does cost money, but it is worth it in terms of like how much more the company generates. Employees aren't that much more productive in the office. I think they are. My opinion is they want to keep cheating on their wives with staff. They can't stand their wives and kids, so look to escape. And now we've all been forced back into soulless offices 5 times a week. No, I don't believe that. Narnia was written to sell Turkish delights. I don't think it was. It would be was it C.S. Lewis who wrote that? Yeah, it was C.S. Lewis. If he held shares in like a confectionery company that sold Turkish delight, that is a big brain move. Because when I went to see the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe in cinema when it came out, like, what was that, like 2004, 2005? I was fucking dying for Turkish delights. And they're not even that nice. But the thing is, the film gaslit me into thinking that they were like the best sweet ever. It's just like fucking sugar. And like 1 or 2 are fine, but like, geez, like, it's not the best like sweet ever. Vapes were never designed to be an alternative to smoking / an aid to quitting. The intention all along was to get kids hooked on nicotine when cigarette smoking was declining. Vapes and modern pouches have been so obviously flavored, packaged, and marketed in a way that makes them attractive to children and younger people who would have been very unlikely to try cigarettes, and who therefore would have never become long-term nicotine users, and it's been successful. We now have an entirely new generation massively hooked on nicotine. Yeah, I think it's worse than it's ever been, like the nicotine addiction. I don't think this was the intention to start out, because I remember when like ages ago, like there were vapes that would taste like cigarettes, which sounds like disgusting now because like everyone just vapes like fucking blue raspberry or whatever the fuck that is. But over time, yeah, it had, yeah, 100%. Like, vapes aren't that, like, now. You're telling me Lost Marys are there to help people quit smoking? Of course they're not. Of fucking course they're not. I know so many people that never smoked cigarettes before, that never even thought of smoking a cigarette before, that are hooked on vapes because they were kind of advertised as like a healthier alternative. They're not. I mean, they might be, but who fucking knows? They've been out for such a short amount of time that who knows if they're better than smoking. They're still, and the fact is, they're still really bad for you. Even if they're, like, better for you than smoking, they're still really, really bad for you. And, like, there are people that have it, like, on their bed, and the first thing they do when they wake up is roll over and grab their vape and suck on it. It's insane. Like, it's insane. Yeah, no, vapes are definitely, like, nowadays, definitely not designed as an alternative to smoking. They're their own individual thing. Right, well, I'm going to leave it there for this video. Like and subscribe for a second-hand Lost Mary.